Hey, beautiful people of the internet, how are you guys doing today? Hopefully great. Before I continue with the video, I just want to say I'm sorry for the lack of uploads. Basically, my Warframe stopped working, I could not launch the game, and in order for me to fix this, I had to re-download the game entirely, which was a 35GB download. Because my internet was slow, it took me about 2 days to do so, but we're not here to talk about that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Budget Builds, where we use zero Forma and achieve maximum efficiency. Today we're taking a look at Nidus. If you guys are new to the channel and don't know what I'm talking about, basically I make builds for you guys and you don't have to use any Forma, and they're very powerful, as you guys can see in the background. But before I continue with the video even further, please Spartan kick that subscribe button for more Warframe videos. Let's take a look at Nidus and see how powerful he really is. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Nidus. Let's first go over his passive, his abilities, and the mechanics that he has. Alright, let's start with his passive. His passive being the best part about him. If Nidus is killed with at least 15 stacks of mutation, those stacks are consumed. This grants 5 seconds of invulnerability and restores health to 50%. So that 50% is good, but also you won't have to worry about it going to 100% because Nidus has innate healing, which is amazing. His first ability, Virulent, rupture the ground with a damaging fungal growth that steals energy from each enemy it strikes. For every 5 enemies it hits, the infestation mutates, multiplying its destructive force. So it's basically like the ground pound and you just see a bunch of spikes coming out. Larva, this is his crowd control ability. Spawn in an infested pod that erupts with tendrils, latches onto an nearby enemy and pulls them in, so it's crowd control. Number 3, Parasitic Link. Bind to a target with Parasitic Link. When cast on an ally, both the host and Nidus have their ability strength increased. Linked enemies take some of the damage inflicted on Nidus. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, Parasitic Link is amazing because it's probably, other than his health regeneration and insane amount of armor, this can be used in 2 ways. One, to support your allies, so you can give yourself and your linked ally more power strength, depending on how much power strength you put on your Nidus build. And if you link to an enemy, instead of taking your health, it will damage the enemy's health. So in other words, you could say arguably that he's got scaling armor, so long as, you know, the duration is still there. And finally, we've got Ravenous. Gluttonous maggots swarm nearby enemies, feasting until they are hit with virulent and burst with infestation. The maggots benefit from mutation, and each enemy hits adds to the mutation stack. So in other words, if you will put up infested grass, like an infested garden, that's how I like to think of it, and you or your allies who stand in this garden will have a health regeneration. The more power strength you have, the stronger the healing will be for yourself and allies. Now, the way that this works is maggots will then cling onto a target. You activate your one, it'll explode. Okay. And finally, I'm sure you guys know it, Nidus does not have any shields. So there's that. And also the innate constant heal, so you don't have to worry about that. Now, let me just say, Nidus is passive, along with his 1, 2, 3, and 4, they work well together. They all work so good together that if only every single Warframe could do this, you know, all their abilities synergize well with each other. But anyways, let's get on to the build, because that's what I'm sure you guys are here for. So, moving on to the build. So, here's what we've got. Now, you guys have Steel Charge, okay, for more mod slots, more mod capacity. You guys can go growing power by that, but you have to add Forma for that, because you won't be able to fit these 2 primed mods. You won't. So we've got Steel Charge for more melee damage. We've got Transient Fortitude, Blind Rage for more power strength. Remember, more power strength, more damage output, stronger heals, whatnot. We've got ourselves an Intensifier as well for more power strength. We've got ourselves Rage for more health, because he's got no shields at all. He's going to be, when you get damaged in any sense, you'll get more energy back. We've got Primed Continuity for more duration, that way our number 3 can last a lot longer. We've got ourselves Streamline, that way we can keep our energy to neutral. We've got ourselves Vitality for more health, because trust me, you would want that. This is non-negotiable, you have to have a vitality on. And finally a prime flow for a much bigger energy pool. Now, arcanes wise, now if you guys don't have these arcanes, now is the time to go and get them. The Scarlet Spear event is live. It makes it much easier to get these arcanes, so go do it. So we've got ourselves Arcane Grace for more heals, because you know, more survivability, ladies and gentlemen. Stacking it with his normal innate healing makes his healing even stronger. And we've got ourselves Arcane Guardian for more armor. More armor means more tankiness. Now let's demonstrate this build for you guys. So now, I'm sure you guys must be confused if you're new to this game. You'll see they talk about stacks. If you look at the bottom right there, it's got like a 0. Those are his stacks. So the problem with Nidus is that because he's such a good frame for endurance, he's actually a terrible frame for normal missions like your captures and whatnot. Because Nidus' ability relies heavily on on those stacks. So let me show you guys. Okay, so I'm going to be spawning about 20 heavy corrupted gunners. See if I can like get my stacks up. So watch. My number 2 is this. Grabs an enemies. You push your number 1. And as you guys can see, I get my stacks up. For every enemy I hit with his number 1, I will gain more energy. And also based on your efficiency, if your efficiency is really high, you'll get less energy. If your efficiency is low, you'll get more energy from these guys. So as you guys can see, my stacks 23 still rising up, and you guys can see that Nidus's body will start changing and forming, which I think is an absolutely epic. So now here's his number 3. I've used parasitic link, and look, they can't kill me. I'm not even touching my mouse or keyboard. Look at that. And because Arcane Grace is helping me out, if you want to have more overkill, what I recommend you guys do, push your number 4, and look at that. Look, they can't kill me. They can't. I'm not even touching the mouse or keyboard. How epic is that? So now not only can he not be killed, but also 20 heavy gunners struggle to even kill me. Okay, and these are level 145. These guys, they hit hard. You know, in most cases, they're supposed to like one-shot your frame. Okay, let's see if I can get their attention. Look at that. Can you see the top right? So thanks to Arcane Grace and Guardian, my health regeneration is just too strong for these guys. That's what makes nice and amazing. And also, you know, if I do die, because if you've got more than 15 stacks on the bottom right there, what will happen is that you'll be given a second chance. So like, let's demonstrate this. Look at that, undying. So that means that you're invulnerable for 5 seconds and you got 50% of your health back. So you just recover, put up your number 4. Your number 4 and number 3 take up stacks as well. And if you want your stacks, what I recommend you do, push your number 2 to grab in all the enemies, and then use your number 1, and then you'll get your stacks. You know, the higher your stacks, the more damage you'll deal, and the higher your armor value. And also his body does slowly change a bit, which I think is an excellent addition, honestly. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you guys today. If this video has helped you and you've enjoyed it, leave a like. Spartan, click the subscribe button for more Warframe videos. I'ma make like a banana and split.